In this lesson, we are going to be discussing about the drawing processes and exercises. For non-artists, I think that the way of life of drawing isn't expanded or continued with or for them beyond early childhood. Review schools and secondary schools, for the most part, value math and science over the arts, which gets cut short when budgetary pressure emerges. What is then disregarded is the haptic qualities of making, which can be contribute to retention of learning as well as encouraging communication. If a non-artist is only demonstrated a case of classical or academic drawing, they will be thwarted by not having those abilities. If urged to make native marks and be regarded for that, most people would grow up with less uncertainty on their capacity to draw and would appreciate the process, which is the vital part of drawing. For creative individuals who are working in art forms that don't consistently support drawing, a portion of reasons are the same, recognizing and celebrating native marks, but I think it goes somewhat further to include practice. Creatively leaning individuals continue drawing beyond adolescence for longer than most, yet their particular zone of creative concentration as a grown-up may not have required the use of drawing. Thus, it is abandoned, untrained. In the two cases, having permission from educator from oneself to draw as one does, it to appreciate that and rehearse it will encourage comfort and confidence with drawing. Here are the 5 exercises taken from playing with sketches to enable anyone to begin drawing. First one is doodling. Anyone can doodle. It's as easy as putting pen or pencil to paper and arbitrarily sketching anything that rings a bell. Doodling come in any shape or form and any color. But don't give the easiness of the exercise a chance to trick you. Doodling increases your visual proficiency and encourages your process ideas, though when you are not trying, experiment with different materials and draw whatever rings a bell. You can also enlist your companion and associates to build up a doodle stitch using sticky notes in different colors. In topic Graphomania. This activity is based on surrealist amusement. Just get a sheet of paper. It can be a page from an old paper block book or anything with markings, and place dabs on specific words or letters. You pick whatever set of marks, words or letters you need. At that point, connect the spots with straight, bended or crisscross lines to create a pattern. These exercises uncover hidden patterns, demonstrate to you how decisions can have any kind of effect, and will enable you to engage in chanciness to make your work a few strides further. Non-dominant hand. If you have been drawing for at some point and you are feeling stuck and uninspired by your marks, it might be a great opportunity to reinvent. Quite a while back, I had built up a drawing method that involved rendering minute and particular details using graphite pencils on a fine surface drawing paper. I was exhausted. Thus, I set out to change my propensity by using tools and paper that were this exact reverse. Ink in a broken plunge, pen on wet press paper, which is somewhat soft. I also used my non-dominant hand and no photo reference. This propensity breaking exercise lasted for a couple of months. It felt unbalanced and I didn't anticipate that anything massive will originate from it, but it did. When I backtracked to drawing with familiar tools, I was breaking down the picture in diverse ways and drawing with less restrictions. One day, one thing. Pick one topic or one kind of object and only draw that thing during the course of the day. You can fluctuate your way to deal with this by choosing an animate or inanimate object, a color or a size of something, things that are frightening or make you laugh, or things that start with a specific letter. You can also use synonyms, for example, things that move you emotionally versus things that truly move you, like methods of transportation. The more thoughtful you can be, the more you practice your concept building capacities as well as your hand skills. Word stacks. Take 25 clear index cards and cut them into thirds. On the primary stack, print a modifier on each card. On the following stack, print a noun. On the third stack, print a verb on each card. Rearrange each stack separately. At that point, draw one card from each heap and put them each by other, forming a phrase, for example, devilish, or book, or laughing, and draw it. Drawing exercises like these are a great method to cultivate creative thinking.